Brittany. Go ahead. So, how are
Good
you?
evening, Kevin. I'm great. How are you? Happy
Good. How old
Friday.
are you? Thank you.
I'm 32, so I'm right at the
Okay.
end of the danger zone.
All right. So, what's your disagreement or conflict?
So my disagreement, I've been watching you for the last 6 weeks or so. My disagreement is about the high value guys actually wanting those 20, 25-year-olds, because when I was 22, I definitely I put myself out there. I did date a few high value gentlemen, but they did not stick around, and I was completely open with the philosophy. I'm definitely
So, the
open
disagreement is that high value men don't want younger women?
yeah. And
Well, ma'am, hold on. Do they
Okay.
not want younger women, or do they not want you?
So that's a great question. I've reconciled that with myself because I was everything that you've listed before. Like, I'm very domesticated or whatever. I did not have an issue with them exercising their options. I actually preferred that.
Okay. Hold on. So, in the relationship, so let's assume everything you're saying is there. How many men are we talking about?
It was a total of three of them.
Three. And of the three men, who ended the relationships?
I don't know. I think I dissolved them in a sense.
Okay. So hold on. Three so-called high value men.
Yes.
That you put yourself out there for, yada, 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 but you ended the relationships.
Yes. And I think it's important. Two of the three were not black. So I don't know if that.
Okay. Not really relevant, but your ultimate point is high value men don't want younger women.
Exactly. That's my point. And
well, they do. They do. And all you have to do is look at observable reality. Now, your anecdotal lived experience may tell you something different, but that's just it.
Okay.
You look at what you really want to know what a man wants? Look at what he does after he gets some money. That's who they pick. So why do men with money or means, if after their first marriage or their relationship breaks up, why do they typically tend to go with younger women?
That's a great question. I'm wondering, do you think it's a sense of like the younger
women? But do they do that though?
I mean, yes, I guess records.
No. Yes, yeah. I mean, come on, man.
Yeah, they do.
All right, then. So that right there refutes your point.
Okay, so then let me pivot this because
I got to get to the next person. I got plenty of conflict. So you guys get one conflict, but your conflict is just because it didn't work out for you, but according to you, you left these men anyway.
Right. Okay.
Why is a woman who wants to be? There are all kind of questions I can ask, but y'all don't really stay anything long enough to know what's supposed to work because you're going from one situation to another. When are y'all gonna grow some roots instead of a bunch of damn branches?
Is it too late? I mean,
and that's your number one. That's a number one problem too, because I asked last night, at what age do you folks start running out of options? Well, guess what? You're 10 years older than you were at 22. Yes, you do run out of options.
That's right.
There's always a newer model coming off the road, and the danger zone is real. At 35, you reach geriatric pregnancy. That's not my term. And if high value men or men with means tend to want younger women, you've crossed over past the wall. So yes, it can get to be too late if you folks act like you got infinite options. Let's be honest, ladies. Men aren't leaving you guys. Most of the time, y'all are leaving your relationships. That's why I called you high value home wreckers.
That's
you wreck your own homes and then blame the men for being gone. Well, stop leaving. All right, thank you. Let's get on down to the next person. So this whole notion that high value men don't want younger women, we're going to go to, okay, people got their hand up. CY77, go ahead, unmute yourself.
Yeah.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes, hi, what's your first name?
Karina.
Okay, how old are you?
I'm 35.
What's your disagreement?
I actually disagree with everything you say.
Okay, well, you have to pick one. Okay. And this is not a time for grandstanding. Pick one.
Let's start with the valuation of a human being.
Okay, well,
No value.
Hold on, ma'am. Hold on. Oh, no, you can't. See, first of all,
off me.
understand something.
Okay.
You cannot overtalk me. You cannot like what I say, ma'am.
I'm trying to make my point.
Okay, that won't work. I'm going to give it one more shot. Okay. Because, ma'am, you are welcome to leave. You don't have to be here. But while you're here, you will have to work according to the platform. Because I'm worried about an audience. You're worried about your point of view. Do we rank human beings in the world?
Can I answer now?
Yes, you can answer that question. Do we rank human beings in this world?
In this world, we ranked human beings since slavery. That's a problem. And because of the fact that you don't see it.
Slavery. Okay. Since slavery. Okay, hold on. You're not going to proselytize. What is a GPA?
A GPA is a grade point average.
It's also a ranking. It's also a ranking. Yes or no? Is it a ranking?
It is a ranking in school.
What is private, corporal, sergeant, lieutenant, captain, major, colonel, general? What are those?
Those are hierarchies in Western society.
So rankings and hierarchies exist in the world.
In Western society,
they exist in all worlds. This is where Jordan Peterson talk. This is where Jordan Peterson comes along and talks about the lobster. So women like this have a problem with structure. You got a problem with structure, rankings. That's not. You got a conflict. Wrong platform for you. I wish you all the best. Just don't come back. You don't have to watch. You don't have to watch. You really don't. And I'm not going to try to change your mind. But if you actually have a problem with rankings, academically ranked, we rank everything. And women rank men. You rank men based upon their height, their income, their ability to provide, their level of attractiveness, sexual prowess. So y'all can knock it off with how unfair it is to rank women. The real problem is most women don't like where they rank. If you don't like where you rank, now, why did I do that? Because when someone's coming on with the energy, they're just going to blow through and say what they want to say. You don't need my platform. You can go to your platform for that. You don't want to have a conversation. You want to talk about slavery and hierarchies and this and that. This is not that platform. I rank people because it's realistic. And now, ma'am, I rank people because it's realistic. What's the next problem you have? You can unmute yourself, but if you want to have a conversation, but you cannot say that I do something that's not done everywhere else.
When you allow me the opportunity to speak, it will become a conversation. So I'm waiting for you to give me that chance.
Rankings exist, ma'am. What's the next problem?
I'm not discrediting that.
What's the next problem?
What I'm saying is that, I have many, but we can get off.
Well, you don't have, but I don't have, but I got plenty of people. So
is the fact that you devalue.
All right. I devalue. Yep. I devalue women. I rank women. You're right. And I'm not going to stop. If you've ever been to a modeling agency, to get on the runway, they rank you. Miss America, beauty pageants, like it or not, Cosmo, most beautiful people. See, y'all got a problem with reality. And you're going to try to make me have you devalue women. No. You devalue women. All righty. Well, we're going to keep on ranking. Because until y'all stop ranking men, until y'all start accepting men who work at fries at McDonald's and giving them full submission, y'all can miss me with that. Go ahead, Khadijah.
Hello. Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How old are you?
I'm 27.
Okay. What's your disagreement or conflict?
Okay, so earlier this week, my friends and I were watching a live, and it was with a girl. I think she was like 29 years old, and she said she was married, and a beta male had like told her her husband was cheating, and then she ended up divorcing him.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember you were telling her, like, you should go back to your husband, like, you know, try to work it out. To a sense, I am Christian, so I do think, like, I've never been married, but I hope to be married and engaged by the end of this year. But I do think marriages deserve a second chance. If she felt that way, I know she said she just kind of deaded it, but she said that she was paying half the bills. She was kind of unhappy.
So what's the disagreement?
You deemed him a high value man.
I didn't deem him high value man. I said, was he successful? She said he was successful and attractive. I didn't deem him high value.
Okay, well then I guess I needed to see clarity on that.
Yeah, I didn't deem him high value. I said, is your husband successful? Yes. Is he attractive? Yes. But did you also hear when she said, when I asked her, if he had Jeff Bezos' money, would you have turned a blind eye? She said he didn't have Jeff Bezos' money. Yeah. So y'all got all that morality, but that very woman said that there's a number where she turned a blind eye.
We heard it. Yeah, we heard it. We were watching it. It was like a group of my friends and I.
So if you're a Christian, I grew up in a Christian family. You know how often Big Mama was and Big Daddy was cheating on one another? We found out about it after we buried them. Mm-hmm. Why do we act like we're the first group of people that ever had to deal with people?
No,
I mean, I'm just saying we, not you, me. I'm just saying we. Women today are so like snowflakes about everything. You're just quick to be offended, and if you don't get everything you want, I'm like, well, then okay, well, buy a dog and die alone, because can't nobody do all that. Women walk away from relationships more than men. So, do you have any other conflict or anything else I can clear up for you, or is that it?
Only that you said that men don't want nurses, and I was like, what? Really?
Well, I know, no. I didn't say men don't want nurses. What I say is nurses are some of the professions that high value men avoid, and there are specific reasons for that. One, because modern nurses are far more. You're not the same. You're not Florence Nightingale. Number one, your work hours are atypical, and unfortunately, there's a whole. I didn't just pull that out of my butt though. Polling and suggesting what a lot of men, they typically lawyers, nurses, psychologists, hairstylists, massage therapists, actresses, some other platforms, some other things I'm missing. Hey, I mean, how many nurses do you know who are married?
I'm a nurse, so I know quite a few, but
okay. But if you went back 70 years ago and looked at the nurses then, you would probably see a lot of them were married.
Yes.
What nursing does today is nursing is a profession that young women can get into, and they can make more than the average black man. A lot of nurses can make in excess of $60,000, $70,000 a year in their early 20s. In order for men to make that, you have to go into science, engineering, technology, and math. If they don't go into those things, men can't typically perform at that level unless they become a nurse, and those two things don't work. Even a female hairstylist in her 20s can make upwards of six figures. A barber cannot. It comes down to, it's not just me picking on stuff. There's a reason for these things. Lastly, if you look at the amount of, especially it's even more pronounced in the black community. I mean, it's growing in other sectors, but in our community, with the sheer amount of women who are in healthcare, CNA, such and so forth, you would think it would make it easier because of the so-called flexible schedule and everything else like that. But where are most of these women working? You're not working in areas that are populated by these kind of men. You got to go where the work is. And if a men in your area are working, making $40,500 and you're making $70,000, most nurses are not willing to go back or decrease their standard of living. So it's not that I was just saying it. It was based in some realities. So, all right. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. So, yeah, I'll give it to what's her name? She said, hey, if he's making the kind of money Jeff Bezos is making, I'd go back. Bobby T. Come on. Okay. Oh, you got your hand up, but you're sitting back just chilling. Who's been up here? iPhone is next. She's been here for a minute. Then Annette, you're gonna go next. Go ahead, iPhone. I don't know what your name is.
My name is Maisam.
Say again, please.
Maisam.
Okay, is Maisam?
Yeah, I joined in and I got kicked out because my camera apparently.
Okay, how old are you?
I'm 20 years old.
Okay, what's your conflict or your disagreement?
My conflict and disagreement is actually with the women that have been coming before me. I come from a culture.
You have a disagreement with the women?
Yeah, I come from a culture.
Okay, hold on. I can't. That's not this broadcast. I'm dealing with women who have a conflict with what I'm saying because I can't let you go with the women, especially not being a black woman. That would not be cool. I can't allow you to come in here and go at black women. That ain't gonna work. Y'all don't get those kind of privileges. Okay, so you got your hand up, but you're sitting back just chilling.
I am.
Yeah. You want to try that again? Now, if you want to be a part of the broadcast, you're gonna have to come forward. I don't know what you're sipping on or drinking on, but the lady Bobby, either you get on or I'm going to the next person. She's sitting over there. She's drinking on some moonshine or some shit. Go ahead, Annette. You got to unmute yourself. I am.
Good morning, Kevin.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. And you?
Good. What's your disagreement? Well, first of all, how old are you?
I'm 50 years old.
All right. So have you been on before?
No.
What's your conflict?
I did try to come on once about a week ago, but I didn't get to speak.
What's your disagreement?
So my disagreement is on the 3-date rule for sexual intercourse.
Okay.
The advice for the women.
Okay.
And the disagreement I have is that advice is potentially quite dangerous for younger ladies who
okay, so what when I say 3 dates, what do I mean?
Well, you explained it that the 3 dates don't necessarily have to be in the same week, but that if a woman finds a man attractive, she shouldn't be accepting a date. So there is that premise that she should find him attractive. And that when they go for dates, they could spread the dates out. So, and you said it could be spread out over a month or 2. But I still feel that even if they spread it out over 2 months, it's not enough for you to know, especially if you're in a relationship.
Know what?
To know whether that man is really relationship minded, number one.
Hold on. First of all, you got to say what I said. A woman should not go out with a man on date number 1 if she's not attracted to him. Find him sexually attractive, but you should not go on date number 2 if you would not have sex with him. So by date number 3, see, what I'm presuming is I'm dealing with reasonable adults. Now, you can say that a woman may want to know if he's relationship material or not relationship material. Due respect, ma'am, you're injecting your standards on. Not everybody's looking for a relationship. But do you understand that from a man's standpoint, women play lots of games? There was the New York Post or New York Times wrote an article last summer. 1 out of 3 women surveyed admitted to accepting a dinner date or higher with the men that they had no sexual attraction to. Where do those men get their money and time and their feelings back? Where do they get all that back? So, due respect, a man asks a woman out on a date, Annette, because he wants to have sex with her. It's the socially acceptable way of me telling you, hey, I like to have sex with you. That's what it means. And I assume that we're adults and we understand what it means. If you don't want to have sex with them, cool. Then don't accept this date. If you want a relationship with this guy, talk to him on the phone. But here's the thing: a man will cut off his non-sexual time and attention with a woman who's not fulfilling her side of the contract, her side of the deal. There has to be a.
Can I respond?
Well, yeah, because at what point do you think a woman should have sex with a man that she's attracted to?
I think when she's ready, but please, I was reading Women's Health just to make sure that it's not me feeling bad. So in Women's Health, it says that when a woman has sex with a man, she releases oxytocin, which makes her feel the hormones.
I get it. I know what it is.
Makes her feel more connected and more emotionally invested. But men don't have that.
No, that's not true. That's not true. We just don't have as much.
Okay, but they release dopamine. Men can have sex with no feelings. Now, if we go back to what you said before about why should
what age? When, man? When?
I think once they both agree on the relationship goals and both agree to be exclusive, and the man knows he wants to be exclusive.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing with that, ma'am. Good luck with that. There's a video on my channel right now. A woman in Canada who tried that, and she went out with a guy for a month and some change, and he cut it off. Ma'am, you're 50, and aren't you married?
I have 4 children and a
Thank
grandchild.
you. But you're not out here dating. So I know who you are. But you need to sit back and watch, because you're not in this. You don't know how this works. You're a woman out of time.
I mean, I have a daughter.
No, ma'am, I'm trying to be polite about this, but you're married and a grandmother. You're a woman out of time. We're dealing with sexually active adults. And and the way you're speaking is though women are the only ones who are risking something here. I reject that 100%. You talk about a woman's ability to bond and this and that, but you haven't said a damn thing about a woman abusing or taking a man's time, resources, and attention. And him.
That's wrong.
Well, it happens every day, ma'am. And the thing is, men are saying that, look, if you're not going to put out, we're not going out. And that's cool.
Not to do it.
Okay. Well, there's really not. I mean, here's the thing, man. And like it or not, people are having sex before they're going out right now. So it's not like sex is hard to get like at our age where people waited. People are actually having sex before they go on a date. It's called Tinder. They swipe left, Netflix and chill, swing by the house. There are people who actually right now will say, I won't go out on a date with a woman until I had sex with her. So I got to move on to the next one, because that we're not going to agree on that one. But
guys, that brings us to the end of today's video. Thanks for watching. More respect on Kevin Samuels, the legend. I think he has been fantastic in almost all his videos. And I think there's a reason why people call him the greatest of all time. Godfather, the level of consistency that is always found in his videos is just unbelievable. It's out of this world, and the patience he got for these women. I mean, sometimes I sit down and think of it. I mean, how is he able to do it? Some just come in with the energy that I'm just coming to say something that is just going to offend you, or that is just going to put you in trouble or something like that. Look at this lady talking about the fact that you devalue, I mean, come on, he doesn't devalue nobody. If you are a 3 on the scale and he happens to tell you that you are a 3, that does not mean that he's devaluing you. No, that is where you rank. That does not mean that your value is low. It means that when it comes to the sexual place, you cannot get the highest of the highest. It's just realistic. I often say Kevin Samuels, the more black women will make peace with his videos and learn so many things from me, I think the more they are going to win, the more they are going to benefit than them just always trying to make it like they're debating him or they're coming to argue or something like that. Because oftentimes the things they come to talk about, you realize that, come on, they don't, you know. making the argument that I mean rankings exist in Western societies. That's not true. I was born and bred in Africa, right? All these military ranks and all these ranks, president, all these, they are all ranks, right? And all these things exist in Africa. It's just, and you cannot tell me Africa is a westernized society. It's just really, it's not. You know, we have chiefs, we have queens. Those, all of those things are ranks. And even before slavery, right? She was talking about after slavery. Before slavery, we were having queens, we were having, you know, kings, and all those things are ranks, right? If someone is a king, you just cannot expect someone that is a normal human being to be equal. Like, no, you are not equal. The king is higher than you as a person, right? So the reality is, most of these women, they have problem when they are not just up there when it comes to beauty. Like, they often have problem when it comes to rankings, and that is the major problems that they need to be addressing. They need to make peace with the fact that, okay, I'm average, and there are some women that just naturally rank higher than me, and it's just normal. It's human beings. If you're average, average does not mean you failed, right? Average means that's the norm in every society, right? Average, most people are average. That's not an insult. If you're average means you are normal. Those that are not average are exceptional kind of human beings. So the fact that we have all American black women trying to be, you know, top tier women, then who is going to be average, right? And it's almost to them like if you call them average, it's an insult. No, average is the norm in every society. When a man is average, that's not an insult. If you are having an average man, that's not, I mean, a weak man. A weak man is a man that is way below average, right? But an average man, I mean, no, come on. I just don't. People are just not that, just not that intelligent, because calling you average is not a. How do you compare being average to, you know, being insulting? No, average is the norm in every society. Just get it in your brain like that. Let it stick in your brain. And you are average means you are normal. Those that are below average means they are not, you know, they are the lowest. And those that are exceptional are those that are up there, upper people. I mean, it's just the reality. I mean, that's not coming from a place of hate. And the other lady also came in and spoke about higher value men don't want younger women. I think this is dumb. This is stupid. This is observable reality. It's something that we all can see. There is no way a man will get married to a woman and divorce that woman, right? And end up marrying a lady that is even closer to his wife age. It's just not the case. So, I mean, are these women like, I always question the education system in the West here. I mean, what happened to her? These are things that even, you know, a younger person should even know. Someone that is in his or her teens should know that men naturally are just always looking for women that are younger. I mean, to come and make this argument is crazy. It's wild to me, to be honest. Guys, that brings us to the end of today's video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy the content, you know what to do. Like the video. Let me know in your thoughts in the comment section. And don't always forget to subscribe to the channel. Catch you in the next episode. Stay tuned. I'm out here, gentlemen. Peace.